So my name's Tim Hudson and I'm studying network computing. When I kind of was looking around universities and they said that on this course they have obviously all of the Cisco kit, so I was like, okay, and they're a Cisco accredited like kind of partner academy. So I decided, well, this uni seems really equipped to teach all of the kind of networking principles that I wanted to learn, and as well as that they were boasting kind of really high graduate employment rates. So I'm like, well, you can't really kind of lose with that. And then they were also offering I say offering, they were very much recommending the sandwich placement years. So when I worked at Cisco, it was kind of a situation, we were there for a year and they had a cohort of interns that kind of cycled through. The kind of ins and outs, kind of day to day, what we actually did was we'd install new equipment in kind of racks. We'd move equipment around in racks. You'd have to do inventory management, all the boring bits. But then as well, you had to kind of build projects from the ground up. So the idea was that a company would approach Cisco saying that, oh yeah, we need this new network, or we've got a network, but we want to upgrade it to something. And Cisco would say, okay, well, this solution will work. And the company would go, that's nice. Now can you prove it? And now can you test that when we migrate from what we've currently got to what that is, that it will still work. So then it would get handed over to our department and we'd build an exact replica of what they currently had at their company in our lab, and then kind of do a pretend migration onto the new kit, as a kind of, basically our department just proved that our designs worked. So it was really interesting in that sense, because you got to see a lot of kind of new technologies that hadn't been 100% released yet. So the job that I've been offered is a job at a company called Techex. It's for a network broadcast engineer. So it's something a little bit different than kind of what I was originally planning. They design kind of bespoke video IP solutions. So for example, one of the examples that they gave me was where they designed a new system to help police helicopters kind of get the video from a police helicopter back down to the base station, because that was apparently a big problem and the solution was so archaic it was barely working. So they decided to kind of make a new solution for that, and quite a lot of that they kind of code and design themselves. It was kind of a perfect match, in all honesty. In the last year of this course we did a lot of learning on a technology called multicast, which is kind of it's quite an old networking principle, but it kind of went a bit out of fashion because there wasn't really a use for it at the time it was made. But it's come very much back into fashion now, and not a lot of people know about it, as in everybody knows about it but no one knows how to use it. So it's one of them technologies that people are adopting really quickly at the moment, and it's kind of interesting and good that the university kind of had the foresight to think, oh, we should put multicast back on the course, it's a very good technology. And that kind of made me think, yeah, it's a really interesting thing to look at. And I looked at it quite a bit at Cisco as well, and I thought, well, okay, well, multicast is a really interesting technology that appears to be going somewhere. Let's do as much research as we can into it. So I obviously studied hard for the module on it. I did my final year project on it, and now I'm doing a job with it. So that, because the job is going to use multicast quite heavily. So it's very much, the course has been a kind of a perfect fit for this job, really.